I did not and will not obtain permission from anyone to vote against or for the amendment to the Constitution because I am the son of Premadasa and I have a spine. I have the right to come to the party convention and express my views in a disciplined manner. I did not oppose this amendment for personal reasons. In truth, my friends, I am not in a hurry, personally. But the UNP faithful have a sense of urgency. Since '94, we have been unable to secure a clear and strong victory. That is why I decided, in keeping with my conscience, to express my views with purity. I have one request to make. In the coming presidential election, it will not do for the UNP to lease out the candidacy. I propose that in future, the presidential candidate of the UNP should be the leader of the UNP. In this instance, I would like to state that if for some reason the party leadership is unable to contest the presidential election, then I am prepared to stand as the party leader and presidential candidate against this corrupt and short-sighted administration. Contesting presidential elections without the party leadership will not work. Remember this. Therefore, I request the party leadership to take the candidacy. We are preparing to even sacrifice our lives and bring in a UNP president. But if they try to lease out the presidential candidacy, which is inherent to the party leader, to each and every person, then I will sacrifice even my life and stand against that.
අපේ අනේ සර් මට හිමිතන දෙන්න කියලා අපි සින්දු කියලා ගන්න පුද්ගලයෝ නෙමෙයි.
We are not people who sing and say, please sir, give me my due position as well. I wish to remind you that we work hard and receive those positions. We need to show how we are going to win. The UNP is not a party for one or two people or one or two people in power. This party has been built by people like D.S. Senanayake, Dudley Senanayake, Sir John Kotalawala, J.R. Jayawardena, Ranasinghe Premadasa, D.B. Wijetunga and Ranil Wickramasinghe. So this is not a party that passes from father to son. I wish to state in this instance that this must be converted into a party with ability. I wish to remind you that we too are individuals whose grandfathers were put in prison by SLFP leaders and their lands in Kotte taken over by the state. We would have attended about 300 provincial council meetings without holding any position. So we need to ask why it is that our party, which has been through all of this, is unable to win. It is only because of our disunity that this miserable government is still in power. So if there are 254 meetings, if the Ranils, Sajits and Ravis attend these 302 meetings together, then we can win by 100.
රනිල්ලා සජිත්ලා රවිලා එකරස් මීඩියන 100කින් අපි දිනනවා කියන එක මේ අවස්ථාවේ මතක් කරන්න කැමතියි.
Meanwhile, a large crowd had gathered opposite the Sirikota main entrance during the convention in order to express their protest on not being allowed to enter the convention. When votes were being called for on the proposals that were tabled, this group was unable to participate in the convention. When they arrived, a selected group had already taken their seats inside. We also witnessed how official invitees who were not allowed to participate in the convention were harassed by the stringent security searches. The party leader is not allowing us to go inside today. Is this the party convention? We are young leaders who have come here in numbers and we have been prevented from attending the convention for the first time in our lives. We ask the party leader if this is how he treats us, who have shed blood, sweat and tears for this party. We have been given a pass, but we cannot go in with this pass. Is this the United National Party? We have been coming for the convention for 40 to 50 years. Is this a convention? There are thousands of police personnel here and a water cannon as well. If it is a convention, there should be freedom and democracy. What do they have here? For the next 20 years, there will be no UNP government as long as Ranil is there. The UNP is being destroyed. What's left of it will also be destroyed. We ask him to come for the next provincial council elections, strengthen the party faithful and win the election if he can. We as village organizers have taken a radical decision that he will not be allowed to even come to the villages. Earlier, these streets would have been full of people. This is not the case today. Only invited party members are here. Invited members cannot protect the UNP. It is the people in the villages who must protect the UNP. I am disappointed that we are on the streets and have not been allowed to enter Sirikota. There are dogs and wolves inside Sirikota. There are no elephants. All the elephants have been put out onto the street. With a leader like this, we will never be able to build a UNP government. Nevertheless, UNP General Secretary Tissa Attanayaka later announced that the proposals that were brought forward today were approved. We invited 6,143 persons for this. We invited people from all 9 provinces in the country, affiliated institutions, the parliamentary group and provincial councillors. 5,315 persons entered the premises today. According to the lawyers, university lecturers and other professionals who arrived here, 4,978 persons voted for this proposal. 337 votes were cast against this proposal. So this amendment to the constitution was passed by a majority.
Following the conclusion of the convention, various individuals expressed their views on it.
I
did not issue permits for the media. The party media unit looked into all those matters. It should be asked from them because I was only in charge of the invites for the representatives. It is the media unit of the party leader.
I fervently believe that on very important occasions, such as the party conference, if the free media is functioning in our country, in a proper functioning democracy, all media should be given access to these events. So I'm sorry to hear and to learn that several media institutions were not permitted to cover this occasion.
Our party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe was made party leader for another 6 years. We accept his leadership and our only expectation is that during the next presidential election he will contest as the United National Party candidate and will steer the party to victory and make a new day dawn for the village activists.
With regard to the first proposal, we pointed out our view. And we voted against the first proposal. Democracy is the voice of the majority. We see this convention as a strong one for the future of the United National Party.
I am happy to have participated in the 54th convention of the United National Party today because it was done in a democratic way. The proposals were brought in. There was opportunity for those who didn't agree with the proposals to oppose it, stand up and say. And I think what our leader and deputy leader showed was that there is democracy in our party. We as a party can and will ensure that various views can be and are entertained within our party.
There was unity with both everybody in the party coming together and agreeing that a united party is necessary. We have launched a program basically called a radical program to bring the UNP back to power. And we will be over the next few months working at grassroots level to see the program implemented.
At this particular moment, it was a stupendous success as the 54th convention that came to end gave one clear mandate: to work together and ensure the dictatorial government is sent home. It was a unanimous yes to go forward in order to defeat the dictatorial government. So I guess it is time that the people should rally around the UNP now.
The convention was held today
But anyway, they have now stated that they have counted votes. I don't know how it was done. So we'll see in the future that party will take some decision on this. I was a bit confused what happened actually.
In my personal view, I think that 6 years is a long time. It is our responsibility to bow down to the view of the majority. During the election times, we go to the goods and work hard while they go and make deals with people in high chairs. We work with the people in the villages, so we can give them this example in politics. Do not clash with the people in the villages. You can be with the people and engage in politics independently. We have worked very hard for the party, but the leadership does not value this. But they only want these noble, so-called radical politicians. If they knew the true meaning of the word radical, then this leadership would not hold conventions like this. This convention was completely false.
Meanwhile, the Federation of University Teachers Association says that none of their members took part in the process of counting votes during the 54th UNP convention today. FUTA media spokesperson Dr. Mahim Mendes made this revelation to Newsfest.
The Federation of University Teachers Associations was not involved in any way officially with regard to the election held by the United National Party. We were not involved in counting of votes in any way. In this country, the democratic process and elections have been severely undermined without proper checks and balances. Vote with regard to a political party election or the national elections, voting should be done according to international benchmarks. This should not be undermined by political parties, whether they be of the government or the opposition. That is what we need to say on behalf of the people, because we are not henchmen of political parties in this country.